Everywhere you go now, on the roads, in the bush, you see Ford Rangers, Mazda BT50s. They just seem to be everywhere, big competition for the Hiluxes. Now these vehicles have an awesome 6-speed, German engineered, 5th gear 1-to-1, so you can tow in 5th, awesome. Only problem is, they're built with inferior bearings right off the bat. So unfortunately, it's not a matter of if they're going to fail, it's a matter of when they're going to fail. So pretty under-engineered, right Brian?
Very much so.
So these are the main gears. This is your main shaft and your input shaft, and this is your cluster shaft. This is your culprit, your main culprit of failing, your front cluster bearing. This is the input shaft bearing, another culprit of failing. Now the cause of failure is it usually goes through the hardening, correct Brian?
Yes, when we say that the bearing's going through the hardening, what that means is the bearing's deteriorating. There's two main symptoms, one is oil and the other is noise.
If you're worried about your gearbox and it's noisy, first thing to do is do an oil change. Drop the oil into a container and have a look at that oil. Is it metal contaminated? If you have metal in your oil, you have a problem. This gearbox, obviously for the BT50 and the Ford Ranger, we see these as early as 40,000 Ks, Brian.
Very much so.
However, the average breakdown is usually between 80 to 120,000 kilometres. A result of a degrading bearing, if you leave it too long, you will break gears. Unfortunately, these are not the only problems with this gearbox. It has another problem, not as common, but we do see it a fair bit, where it spits the front plug out the front of the gearbox. Now this can cause damage to the bell housing, it can oil soak your clutch, and it can even cause your gearbox to run out of oil. Brian actually loses sleep trying to work out how he can better these gearboxes and what he can design to make these last longer. Needless to say, upgraded bearings, the first stop, but there's a lot more we can do to strengthen this gear train. The Ford Ranger BT50 6-speed is the latest in our Towpack launch, addressing all the issues we've outlined today. The added plus for Land Rover Defender 6-speed owners, we can apply these mods to their gearbox as well. This latest addition to our Towpack family takes us to over 40 gearboxes in our Towpack range. So if you're concerned about your gearbox or you want to upgrade it for four-wheel driving and off-roading, please give us a call or pop by and we can go through your options.